Hi guys, so today I'm going to do the long-awaited social anxiety update. This video has been highly requested and I did do one, but I realized it was like a long time ago, so I decided I would do another one. I apologize, this video is going to be all over the place.
Is there a vid beam in here?
Yes, so can you go? Okay. I did kind of do a really quick update a few months ago, so if you haven't seen that, I'll link it down below and you can watch that. So basically the main point of that video was that I'm not 100% cured of social anxiety, but I would say that I'm like 80% cured, I guess. Some days I'm like, wow, I don't even have social anxiety anymore. But then other days I'm like, okay, yeah, it's definitely still there. So I'll explain that in this video, and I kind of want to explain how I got to this point because it did not just happen. I didn't just wake up one day at this. I went up like 1% every week pretty much. So as you saw, I do live with my boyfriend now. I have talked about being in a relationship with social anxiety before, so obviously that in that category and sense everything is good there, and I'm very comfortable in my relationship. I do have a job now, and I'm going to talk a bunch about that. I've been at the same job for over a year now, and I'm actually a manager there now, so I've kind of worked my way up, which I never ever thought that I'd even be able to have a job for that long, let alone be like a boss of some sorts. Basically, I got to a point where I realized that nothing was going to be magically cured. I was not just gonna wake up one day and be like, I'm fine. It wasn't just gonna like just slowly go away on its own or anything. I actually had to put the work in. And once I realized that and really accepted that, it helped me a lot. And you do need to work hard. You need to accept that it's going to be hard work, but that's what you're going to do, and that you will eventually do it. If you go into it with a negative attitude and go, I'll never do it, or if you look at me and say, she did it, but I won't be able to do it, that you're never going to be able to do it. If you think those things, then you're not going to be able to do it until those thoughts go away. If you set yourself up for failure, you will fail because you're expecting it. You're expecting, oh, I'll try, but I won't do it. You're not going to do it. So you really need to 100% go, I'm going to do this, and it's going to work, and it will. That is what I did. So basically, getting my job, one day I was like, this is dumb. I was like 20 and I was like, this is dumb. I'm wasting my life. I need to get a job. That played a huge part in overcoming social anxiety, was getting a job, because I was absolutely forced to get better pretty much. I'd had jobs in the past and I'd gone to job interviews in the past, but then declined the job and stuff. And basically the reason I kept this job in the beginning was to prove to myself and other people in my life, my parents, my sister, my friends, my boyfriend, some of you guys that knew that I had got this job early on. I wanted to prove to everyone that I wasn't going to quit this one, because I know everyone was expecting me to fail and just give up. So I applied for a bunch of jobs. I actually applied at Tim Hortons, and that interview was very scary. It was probably the worst interview I've been to, because it was like the first interview where they actually kind of asked me questions. I've done 4 job interviews and I've been offered the job every time, but on the other 3, it was basically I come in and they just are like, so when can you start? Like, it wasn't actually like I got the job each time on those 3, except for the Tim Hortons one. She's like, I'll call you back. She said she'd call me that night, but she didn't. So I was like, whatever, I don't want that job anyway, because she kind of scared me, and she was like, I am intimidating, like I do want the best. And she basically told me, she's like, I don't think you'd be able to handle it. So I was like, okay, never mind. So I started to apply for other jobs. And I had been kind of in that process for a while, so I applied to this bakery. I'm not going to say the name of it because it is local. It was the next morning, and I woke up to an email from like the owner of this bakery. I didn't realize it was the owner at the time. And he said, do you want to come in for an interview? And so I booked that interview. And then I got a call from the lady from Tim Hortons, and she offered me the job, and I was like, okay, well, I could take it, but I also have this other interview that I'm like a lot more interested in this job. So I didn't call her back, and I went to this other interview, and I literally said like 5 words all 10 minutes. It was just him like, all right, this is the bakery, this is your job, this is what you'll be doing, I'll get someone to call you. So basically, like, he knew that he was gonna give me the job, I guess. Anyway, that is the job I currently have now. So yeah, it was very terrifying, especially the first day when I came in, because I honestly wasn't fully like sure of what the job was. I kind of didn't understand it, and like nobody in my life really understands it either because they haven't done it. So I was very scared for the first day because I didn't know what to expect at all. Basically, it's not like a bakery that you can go into. It's just a big wholesale warehouse. We sell about 15,000 products every day out to grocery stores, like chain stores, and a lot of local restaurants. So they basically order things, and then my job is an order builder. So we run around the warehouse and like load up on these trays and stuff what they're going to be getting. So it is not a public job, and that's what I loved about this, was that it's in a warehouse, there's no customers. That's what really drew me to that job. Okay, one thing that I didn't mention in this video is that yes, this job didn't deal with like the public and customers and stuff like that, but I had to deal with all my coworkers, and so the skills that I learned from dealing with my coworkers and working with people helped me to gain the confidence to then deal with the general public at other places, such as like restaurants and stores and just anywhere else. So yes, I am very lucky that I have a job that I don't have to work with the public, but it did ultimately help me and gave me the skills to be confident in other situations, if that makes any sense. So if you're watching this and going, well, she doesn't even work with people, so how can she say she's over it? Because I do work with people and I am a boss, so I do have to kind of give instruction to about 20 different people in the bakery, so I have to do that. Plus, once I leave my job, I am also more confident to talk to other people and strangers and the general public. Yeah, basically I just build orders, and I have a list of what a person ordered, and I get it together and I dump it down in front of a door and the truck will come get it. Another thing about that job is it's a night job, so I normally finish around like midnight to like 3 a.m. is when I finish, which I really like because I've always been a night person and I've always slept in anyway. So now I have an excuse to sleep in. So basically what I did at that job was I created a new person that I was kind of playing an act. I was just kind of playing a character. I created who I wanted myself to be, and I just kind of played it. And so I was like, these people at this job, they don't know me, they don't know anything about me, they've never met me, so they'll believe whoever I am. And I just kind of was like, all right, I want this person to be like outgoing, and I want them to not have social anxiety. So I played the part. And here I am a year later, and now I feel like I've become that person, if that makes sense. Because I pretended for so long, I realized, wait, I don't think I'm pretending anymore. I just am this person. I really wanted to be someone else, and it worked. Because of having that job, I've done things that I never ever thought that I would be able to do. Basically, I want the point of this video to be, you are capable of way more than you can think. Because I know a lot of you are sitting there right now going, okay, well, she did it, but that's just one story. Like, she overcame it, she got better, but that's her. Like, I'll probably never be like that. But I used to watch videos like this and go, okay, yeah, right, never mind, like, you probably didn't even have it in the first place. I never, ever, ever thought that I would be here sitting here telling people I got over it. So what I want you to take from this is that if you're sitting there telling yourself, oh, that'll never be me, it won't be. But if you tell yourself, all right, she did it, I can do it, then you will be able to do it. I can't remember the last time that I was scared or nervous to order something from a restaurant or a fast food place, or I was scared to go up to a cashier. I'm able to ask questions now, like, oh, do you guys still have this? Is it possible to get this? You know, I don't practice what I'm gonna say over and over. Sometimes I just say something and I'm like, I didn't even know I was gonna say that. And it's really, really weird. I have become one of those people that I used to look at and go like, are you okay? Like, how were you able to do that? I've become really friendly with a lot of people from work. I'm able to talk to them and not be nervous. I'm not scared to go into work anymore. Like, I don't dread it, which is amazing. I didn't mention it is full-time, and sometimes I'm working like 50 hours a week. I actually just finished like a 65-hour work week, so it's not like I'm like hardly there. Oh, something else I wanted to touch on was driving with social anxiety, because that was a huge thing that I really didn't like, but that has gotten a lot better. I live on an island, so the traffic is not very bad, and it's not like a super hard place to drive. We only have 2 highways here, and it's an island, so it's not like I will end up on the other side of the continent if I take a wrong turn. So that does help. You people that have like a whole bunch of freeways, like a highway, and you turn off and get on another highway, I could never do that. Well, I mean, I'm sure I could do it if I tried, but looking at that right now, I'm like, nah. Another fear I had was driving with somebody in the car that I wasn't super comfortable with, but I have done that now. Had someone in the passenger seat that I was like, oh, they're gonna judge my driving, but I was able to do it. I used to never drive somewhere unless I like got on my phone like the route and like memorized it, and I needed to know, like, say, okay, I'm turning into this store, like, where's the driveway, like, where can I park, do I have to park on the road? But now I just kind of wing it, and it's really weird. I obviously still don't like driving downtown because downtown is downtown, there's buses and lots of people. Anyway, driving with social anxiety has gotten better. I'll definitely make a part 2, like, as soon as this goes up. If you guys want to leave me things down below that I didn't touch on, ask me questions, ask me topics to cover, I'll definitely do that. I know that you guys want to see this, and I really like helping you because I know that you guys are capable of accomplishing what you want to accomplish and getting to a point where you're comfortable doing things that you want to do. Thank you guys for watching. I love you. Please don't lose hope, and I don't want you to look at this video and be like, okay, whatever, like, it's not gonna happen for me, because it can, because I used to be like that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you, and I'll see you all next time. Bye! Mwah.